Breaking news out of the Miami Heat, Jimmy Butler is on his way to the Golden State Warriors.
Last night, we saw some shocking trades and insane endings.
Back to Garland. Darius Garland over the timeline. Garland for the win! Oh! Darius with the dagger!
And we gotta start with the craziest trade deadline that I've ever witnessed. Jimmy Butler finally pairs up with Steph Curry, and despite saying he's not willing to stay long-term with the Warriors just 2 days ago, he signed a 2-year extension worth $121 million right after the trade. With Golden State being just 3 games behind the 6th seed, they can now be a super dangerous team in the playoffs. Butler is another dog besides Draymond and a great mentor for Kuminga and Moody, who the Dubs managed to keep intact. This move reignites hope for the Warriors as Curry's legendary career nears its twilight. Wiggins and Kyle Anderson are headed to Miami, and Dennis Schroeder, as a part of the deal, somehow ends up on the Jazz, his 3rd team of the season and his 9th of his career. This is if they decide to keep him. And this comes days after he said in a press conference that NBA players are like modern slaves. I feel you, bro. Rob Pelinka pulled another star from the sky and got the Lakers a decent replacement for AD and Mark Williams from the Hornets. How can they be so lucky? It's unexplainable. In return, they had to give up their best shooter, the promising rookie Dalton Knecht, Cam Reddish, and the remaining 1st-round pick. But Mark Williams is actually younger than Dalton. At 23 years of age, he's been stuffing up the box score lately. In his last 10 games, Williams is averaging 20 points, 12 rebounds, and 1.5 blocks on 57% efficiency. Those are some serious numbers. For the dream case scenario to be fulfilled, however, Williams will have to stay on the floor for the Lakers because he missed 105 of a possible 211 games in his NBA career due to injuries. And the Pelicans finally got rid of an injury-prone Brandon Ingram and got Bruce Brown, Kelly Olynyk, and 2 draft picks from the Raptors. This means that they're ready to rock with Zion, who's been saying that he can play all 82 games if it's up to him lately. And hopefully we'll see their full potential next season, because at 12 and 39 at the moment, they can put an X on this one. Ingram should give a scoring boost to a struggling Toronto team that's near the bottom in offensive rating. New Orleans also sold Daniel Tice to the Thunder, which is a nice addition to their depth considering the injuries that Chet and Hartenstein are dealing with this season. The Bucks parted ways with their champion Chris Middleton and got Kyle Kuzma in return, who after 3.5 empty years in Washington desperately needed a change of scenery. Milwaukee's hoping that Kyle Kuzma can reignite his career after having a down year so far. Kuzma shoots a miserable 28% from 3-point range and 42% from the field this season. That is, despite having an ultra green light for the Wizards. With all that being said, the Suns are left hanging without a trading partner for Bradley Beal. So to add more drama, out of the blue, Kevin Durant's name starts circling in the past 24 hours. Man, this is all twisted. I just can't wait for the deadline so we can focus on basketball. Speaking of which, Darius Garland had his eyes on the prize in the 4th quarter against the Pistons last night.
Garland backs up. He looks to set up Beasley. Now works in toward Duren. He scoops it up and scoops it in. Mobley bounces to Garland. Garland got Duren in the air. Oh, goodness. He banks and scores. He's pressured by Holland. Garland steps back. Hey! Knocks it down. A haymaker by Darius Garland.
In Donovan's absence, DG was cooking in Detroit, hitting all kinds of crazy shots to put his team up by 8 with 1.5 minutes remaining. And the Cavs played great defense here with Beasley taking a tough contested fadeaway, but Jalen Duren came up with the big putback layup to cut the lead to 6. Then they trapped Niang to force a jump ball on the other end, leading us to this moment.
And we're both there, and Jalen taps it to Cade. 20 seconds to play. Cade with a long 3. It's through! 3-point game.
Cunningham swishes a clutch 3-pointer and they foul Garland with 12 seconds on the clock. He makes only 1 of 2, but it's still a 2-possession game when the totally unexpected happened.
Marcus Sasser off to Cade. Tries a 3 topside and a foul.
Wow, Cade draws a clumsy foul by Niang on the 3 and now he has a chance to make it a 1-point game, which he does by knocking all 3 of them. So they put Darius on the line again and this time he delivers by hitting both free throws. And there's still 6 seconds on the clock, more than enough for another shocker.
Cunningham. A foul was called. Will it be a shooting foul is the question. Oh my goodness, they're going to give him a shooting foul.
What? The Cavs foul Cunningham again for 3. This is unbelievable, and he doesn't even blink, making every single one of them to tie the game. But things are just about to escalate because
They need to go 94 feet. Niang back to Garland. Darius Garland over the timeline. Garland for the win. Oh! Darius with the dagger has finished the Pistons here tonight.
oh my goodness, DG with the soul taker 3 from the logo to beat the buzzer and stun the crowd in Detroit with no timeout to run the length of the court between traffic in 5 seconds and swish the game winner. This was nothing short of amazing. In Atlanta, De'Aaron Fox had a pretty amazing start to his Spurs debut.
Fox on the fly. Steps through. And the left delay scores. Fox with the fadeaway. Man, that jumper is stuck on automatic tonight. Flat ball screen by Sohan. Man, Fox with the hezzy. That was rude.
Swiper propelled his team with 18 points and 6 assists on 67% in the first half to catch an 18-point lead against the Hawks. But Trae Young and company made things interesting and came all the way back as they always do.
Daniels, the Great Barrier Thief from Australia. Young sneaks the screen, pulls quickly. He is a maestro coming off that ball screen. Hunter pulls, got it!
Hunter cuts the lead to just 2 points with less than 2 minutes to play. And with Wemby missing the midi under the shot clock pressure, Atlanta has a chance to tie the game here. Great job by Young to penetrate and force the foul, stopping on a dime. He makes both free throws and we're all even, but not for long.
Fox pops clutch. De'Aaron Fox. Wemby with the foul flush. Spurs up by a bucket.
Wembanyama with the monster putback slam gives San Antonio the lead, but on the other end, they have the most clutch player in the league this season. So
3 on the shot clock. Got to get to work. Puts it up, and it's tied. Trae Young, ice cold.
Ice Trae ties the game on the last second floater, but the visitors have the last possession.
Guarded by Daniels. Wemby slips in, rejected at the rim, but a foul called, and he'll go to the free throw line.
Great pass inside by Fox as Victor gets fouled, and with the game on the line, he needs to focus.
Wembanyama, an 84% free throw shooter on the season. Second one coming up for Wembanyama. Purposely misses, tries to catch the Hawks off guard. Young! A masterstroke of brilliance by Victor Wembanyama.
Wow, the Hail Mary by Young was extremely close at the end, but it would have been too much, honestly. Regardless, Fox and Wemby started their promising journey with solid performances and a win. The Warriors had to play a game in Utah after hearing the news about parting ways with Wiggs, Kyle, and Dennis, but they played well and had a 10-point lead at the end when
in Marketing and Colin Sexton, and they go for about 38 points a game. Collins runs it inside, slips, pass, and scores. 17 for John. Draymond the dish. Blocked by Kessler. Oh, nicely done. Walker picks up the second block and a big one. JC leans in 3. Bang! Bounce it inside. Don Collins left his feet. Good defense. Jazz come back with Collier. Sprints into front court, drives, hangs, and scores!
What just happened? A furious 7-0 run by the Jazz brings them within 3 points. So Steph had to step up for his team, and he does so by knocking this mid-range jumper. But the attack didn't stop there.
JC for 3.
Man down.
Clarkson goes back and forth with Curry drawing a standing ovation by the home crowd, and they almost brought the house down on the next play because
drives inside, Draymond. Blocked! Kessler for the 3rd time. The bounce out. Keontae, the triple. Got it! Got it!
no way! Kessler with a huge block on one end and Keontae George with a 3-bump in transition to take over the lead with an incredible 16-4 run. So with all the momentum on their side, they play great defense on Steph here, securing the board, and now the Warriors must foul. And Keontae stays calm as Utah stays on top in the penalty shootout, enough for the win at the end. Golden State really dropped a 10-point lead in the last 3 minutes against the lottery team. I hope that Butler will toughen them up. Speaking of that though, the Jimmy trade happened during the game between the Heat and the Sixers, and this is how his teammates found out about the deal.
Kyle Anderson, Dennis Schroeder, and Andrew Wiggins. We robbed them. First round pick, protected.
Wait, are you kidding?
swear to God.
Anyway, Tyler Hero led Miami with 37-7 to a win against Maxey, who got to his usual 31 points, but had very little help at the end.
Bam sweeps it out to Hero. Great effort by the captain. And Tyler capitalizes. Hero against Yabusele. Tough shot. Delivers it.
Big time shot.
Got Hero underneath. He hits the reverse. Tyler Hero.
In Sacramento, Zach LaVine had a poor outing in his debut with 13 points on 30% shooting as the Kings lost to the Magic by 20 points. Jonas Valanciunas joined his Lithuanian teammates Sabonis in Sacktown as well to serve as a backup center. I gotta say they got him for nothing. And we gotta mention SGA and Ant in this one as well for going nuts in their matchups against the Bulls and the Suns. Shea dropped a 50-burger on Phoenix in just 34 minutes for a 31-point beatdown.
The Suns are going to have 11 turnovers as Gilgeous-Alexander nails another three. Gilgeous-Alexander goes right at Plumlee, gets inside, layup is good. He's unstoppable right now, 28 points. Gilgeous-Alexander banks it in and the foul.
Meanwhile, Edwards messed around and counted up to 49 at home versus Chicago for a comfortable win.
There he is, 3-ball, Edwards, good! Edwards, sidestep into a three. Edwards, baseline drive, going to the reverse. Oh, little English on it.
Lonzo Ball is not going anywhere though, as news about his 2-year extension broke out last night as well. I'm happy for him and eager to see how he's going to recover and play in the near future. And everyone is excited about Luka's debut for the Lakers. In my previous video, I recapped his first game sitting on the Lakers bench and chatting with LeBron, so if you haven't, check it out right here. Talk to you in the next one. Peace out.